Come and join me in my trip into the remote Highlands and as I travel down towards Kinloch Horn and make my camp for the night. Here's my campsite the following morning. I'm delighted to say that we now have a bit of a breeze, for which I am very grateful. I'd just like to point out that the remains of a campfire you can see are nothing to do with me. I would never leave something like that behind me. I call this the monkey puzzle campsite because, as you'll see, just on the right of the screen there is a monkey puzzle tree. God knows how that got there. Obviously not native to here. Probably planted by the Victorians. They were very fond of their monkey puzzle trees. Today I decided to walk the wee track that leads down around the loch side to Barrisdale Bothy. It's amazing, it must be 30 years since I walked this route. I'm thinking maybe I should do it more often. Here's something I've never seen before. A stag with its antlers festooned with seaweed. Well, I'm back in the tent now. Didn't make it quite all the way to Barrisdale, to be quite honest, because I was driven back by the heat. Quite an unusual thing to happen in the Highlands. But I don't do very well in hot climates, you know. A bit like ice cream, I sort of melt. But I'm having a well-earned cup of tea now. And, well, I think you should have a little look out the door. That's not a bad little view from your tent doorway, is it, eh? Little loch, and behind the loch, some crags. And I've been hearing a golden eagle calling, and I've seen it occasionally flying across those crags. I've decided to demolish that fire remnant up there, that little ring of stones, as I've slowly been chiseling away at it. Hopefully by the end of the next couple of days it'll be gone completely. There you are, I've restored it a bit. Well, with a lock outside the door of the tent like that, I think it would be churlish not to do a bit of fishing, don't you? I am probably the worst fly fisherman in the world. I have no idea what I'm doing really, and I cast abysmally, and more often than not catch myself. But I enjoy it, so who cares? So I'm going to go and do a bit of fishing. Well, my fishing went pretty much as it normally does, and I actually caught nothing. But the following day, beautiful and bright, so I decided to walk up a hill. Not far from the summit now. Not sure how much further I'll go, to be honest. It's a beautiful day. And I haven't seen a soul. Not a living soul. Amazing, isn't it? Well, pretty close to the summit now. I think you'd agree. Absolutely stunning views. I don't know whether you'll be able to hear this over the wind, but I'll have a go. I've got this place, the whole place to myself. I can't see anybody for miles. Incredible. But I'll go back to the tent now and have a cup of tea, I think. And here, ladies and gentlemen, for your edification and delight, is my first attempt at cooking a proper meal on the wood burning stove. And I've got to say, it's been incredibly easy. So there is a rather nice, I hope, spaghetti bolognese, which I shall be enjoying later. Well, good morning from the hot tent. It's the very last day of August, and suddenly the air's taken a sort of autumnal feel onto it now. So yesterday I went up a hill, so today I think I'll just have a little quiet day today, potter about a bit. I think what I'll finish the day by doing is demolishing that old fire pit that people left. Be interesting to see how that goes. So tomorrow I'll be heading back to civilization, or away from civilization. Really, I think probably it's true. Um, I'm getting it's just before the sun and the wind starts up. The days have been fairly typical. What they've been doing is sort of you get at night the wind drops to nothing, and then gradually during the day it builds up again, and then just as it goes dark it goes to nothing again, which means the midges lurk. So now it's time for tea. Oh, blimey. That lit, didn't it? I'll see you later. Got pretty sweaty yesterday, so I've washed my socks and my shirt, and this is the rather Heath Robinson, rather improvised drying system I've got set up. However, once I light the fire this evening, I've absolutely no doubt that these will be dry as a bone in the morning, which is quite handy, really. Obviously, you know, not too bad at the moment in the summer, but in the winter, when you get wet, to have a way of getting dried out is actually pretty important. So I'm quite proud of this little thing. Decided today to finish. Sorry, there we go. I'm just taking away the remaining stones and putting them back in the river. I think that's more or less it. There's a couple there, I could just probably leave those, but I'll get that one out. Hey, oh, God. I'll get that one out. Ah, there it is. Gone. Well, that's that fire pit nicely demolished. Be interesting to come back and see how it slowly rewilds, I suppose you'd have to say. There's my little tiny personal bit of rewilding. But I think in a couple of years, I bet you won't even know that was ever there. As well as the drying facilities, this campsite comes supplied with its own dishwashing facilities. I simply put the pans in the stream and about 250 fish rock up and clean them spotless for me, which is very handy, really. Well, been a great few days here. The time has come to pack up my tent. I'm learning to live life at a different pace. I'm cursed usually by this sort of feeling that I should always be doing something. Now I'm beginning to realise it's a good idea to do nothing. Well, I hope you've enjoyed coming with me on my little sojourn to Kinloch Horn. Lovely little place. And if you've enjoyed our little trip, then you might actually enjoy some of my books provided by the very excellent people at Vertebrate Publishing. I've been John Burns. Do come again. Bye bye.